Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Aldine and I make videos on borderline personality disorder and other mental health related issues. Today I want to discuss how to handle dealing with a person with BPD when you're their favorite person. Now, I was running through the comments of a video I did around 3 years ago teaching about the BPD favorite person. And in that comment, someone asked the question, how as a favorite person with BPD can I deal with someone like this? And I felt empathy towards that person because over the years, all these years that I've been suffering from BPD, I was diagnosed back in 2012. And before that, I had it, I just didn't know. And my wife, which is my favorite person, has been suffering me from ever since because I met her way back in 1993. So you can imagine what she has been going through. And based on what she has been going through, I know many others like her have been going through similar scenarios. So I decided to do this video in order to help you guys learn how to cope with persons suffering from BPD who emulate you as their favorite person. So whether you're a spouse, partner, friend, acquaintance, or loved one of someone with BPD and they see you as their favorite person, this video is for you. So let me start off by defining what a BPD favorite person is. Now, I'm sure that you're familiar with what a favorite person is in the traditional sense. A favorite person is someone you like to chill with, hang out with, you feel good around them. What we would refer to nowadays as a BFF. But in the BPD sense, this is a far more intense kind of vibe. A BPD favorite person is someone we admire, idealize, and who we feel like we need in order to feel complete. Now, this bond can feel amazing, but it can also be terrifying because we fear losing the bond so much, which is why you may notice that we may seem a bit clingy, always calling, always texting, always wanting to be around you. And if you notice this kind of behavior from someone with BPD around you, then you know you are their favorite person. So I've come up with some tips that will help you to better cope with someone who has BPD. And it will help, the tips that I'm going to give you will be helpful to both you and the person with BPD. So with that being said, let me get right into these tips. Tip number 1. Learn about BPD. Now, there are 9 criteria which serve to diagnose someone with borderline personality disorder. And I'm going to leave a link with these criteria in the description below. And I advise you to check that out so you can get a better understanding as why we behave the way we behave. And with this awareness, you'll be better able to handle someone who has BPD. And I'm going to give you 3 examples to give you a better understanding so you can have clarity. The first example of these criteria is called splitting. And splitting is how BPD persons view others. We see others as only in black or white. We don't see any in between. There's no in between. So a normal person sees in gray. A normal person knows that people have both good and bad in them, and sometimes they'll be good, sometimes they'll be bad. But for a person with BPD, we only see them as good or bad. So if you're doing everything we like, complimenting us, hanging around us, doing everything we like, then you're in our good books, you're our everything. We put you on a pedestal, we see you through rose-colored glasses. But conversely, if we can't get you, you're avoiding us, you say something we don't like, or do anything we don't like, then we hate you and we totally forget about all the good stuff you did for us in the past and we can't stand you. And it's the same when we see you in the good books. We don't remember anything bad. We always see you as you're the best person in the world. We love you. We adore you. Yeah, so if you notice that sometimes the person with BPD hangs around you all the time, calling you 24/7, texting you 24, and then all of a sudden they block you on Facebook, and then they're not accepting your calls, you can't get them, then you know they are splitting. All right, and the next criteria, which may seem ironic based on what I just said, is fear of abandonment. And this is a BPD person's biggest fear. We don't want to lose you. That's our biggest fear, is losing our favorite person or losing people in general. We want you to be around us because we fear being abandoned. We fear being rejected. We fear rejection highly. And this is why we are so clingy, because we don't want to lose you. We don't want you to dump us or get rid of us. And there is a reasoning behind this. It's not that we're a pest or anything. It's just that for persons with BPD like myself, we get BPD because we went through traumatic experiences when we were children. Many of us were sexually abused, emotionally abused, physically abused, and this kind of rejection, also bullied and teased, and this kind of rejection causes us to want to cling to people because we fear rejection. So this is our biggest fear. So that is why we cling so much, because of the fear of abandonment. And the final criteria that I'm going to give you an example of is emotional dysregulation. We don't know how to regulate our emotions like normal persons do. So this is why you may notice, if you're the BPD person, having an array of emotions in a very short period of time. We may be happy this minute, laughing and talking with you, and then in an hour's time we're crying. The next hour we're angry with you and cursing you out. It seems weird to you, but we don't know how to handle our emotions. This is our trauma, a kind of a trauma response, and we just don't know how to deal with these emotions. And so in learning all of these criteria, you will see why we behave the way we behave, and thus you will have a better grasp and also have a better relationship, because you'll then know how to handle the person with BPD and know what to expect. Tip number 2, set boundaries early and kindly. Now, first of all, I must stress that boundaries are not a form of rejection. They're actually a form of love. But for us with BPD, we may see it as a form of rejection and abandonment. And as I mentioned earlier, this is one of our biggest fears. So I stress setting the boundaries kindly. So I know many of you may notice that you may want a way out, and I feel overwhelmed as a favorite person by the person with BPD because they just want to cling to you so much. So you have to set the boundaries kindly and lovingly, but firmly at the same time. So let them know, I love you, things like this. I love you, but I need some space for myself today. I just want to chill by myself. I love you, and I make sure to let them know you want to be around them in the future, but just at this present moment, you need a little break. So stuff like that. And in any other area where a BPD person may be crossing the line, use similar language to let them know that you really care about them, you love them, you want to be around them, but it's not healthy for someone to be around someone all the time. So firmly, lovingly set boundaries in any area that you feel uncomfortable with the person who has BPD. Tip number 3, don't try to be their therapist. I know when you see us going through, or you see the BPD person who emulates you as their favorite person going through these emotional bouts, crying and sad and angry and going through all these things, it's tempting to want to act like a therapist. But this helps neither you nor the person with BPD. And it will lead to burnout and resentment on both sides. Instead, leave it to the professionals. Encourage persons who have BPD to see a therapist. And in other videos, I mentioned therapy that has helped myself greatly and has helped others. And this will help them to regulate their emotions. Stuff like dialectical behavioral therapy, DBT, CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, and schema therapy. Recommend that they see a therapist, which nowadays they have them online or they can go to one in person. And there are other things they can do as well. Many of them mentioned in my previous videos, natural holistic methods for healing. But you, as a favorite person, don't try to take on that role, because that will just increase the clinginess, that will increase the codependency, and just lead to burnout for both you and the person with BPD. So stick to your role. Be the friend, be the spouse, be the partner, but don't be the therapist. Tip number 4, stay calm during our emotional storms. Now I know this one may be pretty hard for you when you see us getting angry and riling up and talking to you and using swear words and all this. I'm speaking from my own personal experience. So I have dealt with my wife in the past. It's not something that I'm proud of. In fact, it's something that I regret a lot. But I'm letting you know this to help you and the person who sees you as their favorite person. So, what my wife used to do, first, when we just met, she used to go toe to toe with me. And this just resulted in more anger, more resentment, more both of us getting riled up and nothing but stress. But then she learned to adapt. And what she does now, which I hardly ever get that way now, thank God. But when I do, she just stays calm. She acts as if she doesn't even see me, to be honest. And she just stays chill. And eventually, I chill. So that's the key to it. You getting all riled up, both of you, it's just like a pressure cooker coming together and with no valve to release it. But when one person is calm, you being a stabilizing force, it leads to a total calm. So when you see that person with BPD going off, going wild, you be the opposite. Just chill, calm, and you'll get a good result. My final tip is for you to care for yourself as well. Not just think about the person with BPD, but care for yourself too. Ask yourself, am I caring about myself in this situation? I know that the person BPD is going through turmoil and the emotions that they're wreaking, but remember, you have to love yourself more than anybody else. So ask yourself if being in this situation is helping you or is it tearing you apart? For instance, with my wife, after the years of emotional abuse that she suffered, she had to seek therapy with help. She went to my same therapist, as a matter of fact, and it helped her greatly. So I encourage you, because if you've been around a person with BPD, chances are you're gonna need some therapy. I'm saying this from me, from how I have reacted to everyone I've been around. I know my behavior would have drove anyone crazy. So speaking on what I've done in the past, I'm figuring I know you guys are going through it. I know you guys, you favorite persons are going through it. So you gotta ask yourself, do I need to see therapy? Do I need to take a break from this person with BPD? Do I need to go take a 2 weeks or whatever? Do you? Because if you're not well, this will also make the BPD person worse. As I mentioned earlier, it's like two people in a pressure cooker and building up the pressure with no valve to release. So ensure that you get time, you take time for yourself, seek out therapy, listen to music, do meditation, do stuff that can regulate your emotions, calm your mind, because You have to be the stabilizing force until the BPD person can become stable, because we can become stable. Right now, I would say I am 95% stable. I'm not 100%, but 90 to 95% stable. So it is possible with taking the right steps. So just keep that in mind. Don't abandon this BPD person, because that's like you're ending their world. I'm gonna be honest with you. If my wife were to leave me a couple, well, we had issues at one point, and I literally was going crazy. I spoke about this in another video, but not going down that rabbit hole today. But I'm just saying, if you were to just abandon them, that is like, wow, it's the worst thing possible. So don't do that. I'm asking you not to do that. But care for yourself at the same time. And with that, I have come to the end of this video. I hope that these tips have been helpful to you, and they will be helpful also to the person who adores you, the person with BPD. So please try to implement these tips in the best way possible, calmly, lovingly, but at the same time firmly. If you like this video, or if it provided any value to you, please just click that like button and subscribe if you see fit. I'd be very grateful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'll be happy to respond to them. If you have any requests for any future videos, please also leave them in the comments. I'm looking for requests. I'd love to see requests, because I'm only doing videos based on requests nowadays, because my whole aim of this channel is to help you. That's the only reason for this channel, is to help you. So I want to know what you need help with. That's how I can help you. And if I can help you, I will. So please leave comments below, and I will definitely do what I can to assist you in any way. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Love and blessings, and take care till next time.